You never met a person who would do anything for anyone, who would bend over backwards for complete strangers. And I can't believe this has happened to someone like him. I can't believe a world would not recognize how important he was to us and take him like he was nothing. It is their loss, along with ours.
Does that unconditional nature make it even harder? That he loved everyone and he cared about people?
Yeah. Well, he's our example. He's our example. My father said he's going to forgive the men who did this to him. It's going to take me a lot of time. I know I can, but I'd like justice served. I'd like to know who's responsible for this. This can't be just let go. They're responsible for this, and I want them to know it. I want them to face the facts of what they did to him, the pain that they caused, all the family and friends. That's not fair. I don't want this to just be let go. I don't have the resources myself, but I'm a U.S. citizen, and I depend on my government to help me accomplish that. My hope dimmed a while ago. I didn't want him to have to go through this for such a long time, and I highly doubted that the people over there who had him captured were willing to take care of him for this long. And for his sake, I hoped it was over soon. I wanted him to come home. I miss him more than anything. But if he had to go through as much suffering as I think he did, I wanted it to be over as quickly as possible for all of us. He loved more than anything to help people. And when he went over there, that was the major reason he went. Because he's been there before. He went to Afghanistan and he went to Iraq, so he's familiar with that area. He's seen firsthand. And he got the chance to go back. And he did because he wanted to help. He knew he could help better. He had already served his time in the military, and he wanted to go back and be part of it again. Yes?
Do you feel the government did enough to try and rescue your brother as far as you know what was going on?
I hope that they did everything they can, or could have. I don't have any proof either way, but I have hope that they did everything that they could. Because I hope they realized how important he was.
What did you guys like to do here?
He had experienced and seen a few things that he was not particularly happy with. And it made him really think about whether or not he wanted to stay doing that job. And I had talked to him about 2 weeks before he was going to come home. He was making plans to come home. He wanted to come home for Thanksgiving. And I was happy he was coming home. And that was 2 weeks before I talked to him, or 2 weeks after I talked to him. This had happened. So.
Can you talk about what bothered him? Did he experience something? Did he elaborate? Or?
He was on a mission with Crescent Security, and two of the drivers, one of the vehicles had a couple of Iraqi men driving it. They were the hired help, the Iraqis. and they were driving one of the trucks, and the trucks hit a roadside bomb and was blown to pieces. Just shrapnel ripped through the truck, and the guys didn't die immediately, and he had to help with them. He had to see that. Or actually, he wasn't even there. Luckily, thank God, he had a day off that day. He wasn't even there, but he had pictures. He showed them to me, sent them to me. But he had to help in bringing the body of the dead men back to their families, and it just so happens he brought one of the bodies back. To his brother, upon which, seeing his brother in a casket, the other Iraqi man, his brother, could not stop screaming his name. It made John think, do I really want to be here anymore? Is it necessary? And I think that really made him start thinking about coming home and making plans, and making other plans besides staying in Iraq and at the job that he was at.
Christopher, if there was one question you were able to ask your brother, what would it be?
If there's one question that I could ask him,
What question would you want answered from your own brother?
do you forgive those who did this to you? If he can, I can.